practice of the cross from medical perspective. Crucifixion began by the Persians and perfected by the Romans. The crucifixion wasn't just a tool to kill criminals, but rather to humiliate them and break them. Because some of the people who were crucified stayed on the cross from hours to days. And the idea was not just to make them die, but actually show the others that this is a very humiliating and painful procedure. It was the most disgraceful type of capital punishment. Actually, Romans will not ever be crucified, but rather beheaded because it's more honoring. When it came to Jesus Christ, there was a lot of envy and a lot of anger, and really the crucifixion was the method that was used. There are two pieces of the cross. One called the stipes, and the stipes is the upright piece, and that usually left in Calvary. And then the horizontal crossbar, which is called patibulum. The patibulum is really the crossbar, and usually it's between 75 to 125 pounds and has 5 to 6 feet in length. Usually the criminal will walk to his place of crucifixion carrying the crossbar, and his arms are roped around the horizontal piece, which is called patibulum. The condemned man usually carries the patibulum in the streets semi-naked, again to increase the humiliation. And then there is a piece of wood present above his head, naming the name and the crime, called tetulus. Tetulus, I think, came from the word title later on, and that's where it was written, Jesus of Nazareth, King of the Jews, and it was written in many languages. We don't know if both arms of Jesus Christ was roped or only one arm. If you believe in the Shroud of Turin, most scholars believe, after analyzing the shroud, that both arms were actually roped towards the crossbar or the patibulum. We know that Jesus fell, at least traditionally we know, he fell 3 times on his way to Calvary, or what we call the Via Dolorosa. His condition was very serious. He lost blood. He has not been eating or drinking for at least 16 hours by now. And when he fell, probably there was blood also pouring from him, in addition to urogenic shock due to the thorns, the flogging, and now the falling. The Roman soldiers, not out of mercy, but for fear that they will be themselves punished, they must get Jesus to be crucified, not die on the street. And hence, they got Simon of Cyrene to carry the cross with Jesus in order for them to get him through to Calvary. From a medical perspective, the cross is a very humiliating type. So it caused so much psychological issues because the person is semi-naked, and also for our Lord Jesus Christ, who was a very sensitive man, he cried over Lazarus' tomb. This must be very tough. Second, whenever he falls, he's hitting his shoulder or his face or his head with more pain, and the trauma is causing blood loss in addition to the loss of water and the pain. At the end, he arrived to Calvary very thirsty, dehydrated, almost in hypovolemic shock, and now he's about to be crucified. I'll see you next time when we discuss what happened at Calvary from a medical perspective.